Welcome to Mishna study Masechet Pesahim Perek Daled Mishnah Aleph. Over here in this Mishnah, we're going to discuss, in this Perek, we're going to discuss laws of Minhagim, right? Different customs, and we'll see actually halacha actually gleans a lot from here when it comes to Hilchot Minhagim. There's halacha around the customs themselves, and we see over here how really how important it is, how much credit the Mishnah gives to Minhagim. That's going to be our discussion over here. And over here we're going to discuss working on Erev Pesach. So some places they would work on Erev Pesach, and some places they wouldn't. Now, Makom shenagu la'asod malacha, a place where they had a custom to work on Erev Pesach, Pesahim al Chatzot, until Erev Pesach until Chatzot. Right? After Chatzot, you're not supposed to work already. But a place where they had a minhag to work up until Chatzot, osim. Makom shenagu shelo na'asot, enan osim. If you're a place that they don't work on Erev Pesach, then you're not allowed to work, right? You're not allowed to stick out, right? So if you're a place that works, you can work. A place that they don't work, don't. Let's say a person's traveling from one place to the next. Person goes to a place where they all work on Erev Pesach, and he's going to a place, he gets to a town in Israel where they really, he gets to, Bnei Brak, and they're not working over there. They don't work at Erev Pesach. Or vice versa. Someone's coming from a place where they don't work at Erev Pesach, and is coming to a place where they work on Erev Pesach. So over here, right? He gets the chumrot both ends. The chumrah of the place where he left, and the chumrah of the place where he's going to, right? So in either case, technically, right, you shouldn't be able to work. And the Mishnah ends off, right? And over here, Rambam points out, this is the real driving factor over here. A person is not allowed to change right? Because it can cause, some type of mahloket, and that we don't want, right? We don't want anything divisive. And this is really what causes us to, you can't work in a place that they don't work. Why? Because it doesn't look like you're doing anything wrong. If I get to a place, if I'm coming from a place where I usually don't work and they're and they work, okay. So over here we're saying you should take on the chumrah. Why? Because you're not going to create any mahloket. All I'm doing is I'm sitting back and I'm not working. Nobody has to know, the reason I'm not working. I don't stand out like a sore thumb. So therefore, I would in this case, I would take on the chumrah of the place where I left from, and I wouldn't work in that place. But let's say that it would stick out. It would look different if I'm, the opposite, right? If I'm working and they're not working, right? Then I'd stick out. Or if I'm doing something different than they're doing, right? Or I start to reprimand them. I come from a place that we don't work and say, no, you're not supposed to work on Erev Pesach. Right? That is something where I'd be causing mahloket, and that wouldn't be allowed. But through just being batel, right, just sitting back and not working today, right, that doesn't look like something different, and therefore that would be allowed. Hence our Mishnah that you take on the chumrah of both the place where you left from and the place where you're going to.